Well, Graeme, you've called for a response to the Reading performance, and you certainly got that.
Yeah, I was delighted with aspects of the performance today, apart from the final result. I think there comes a point where you have to admire the boys who give absolutely everything. We're 3 minutes short, really, 4 minutes short of getting a result. If our ratio is 1 in the next 17 games for a poor performance, I'll take it now. But obviously we have to turn them performances into points. Now, these are the best team in the league. I've analysed them enough to say that. We nullified them today. I see them cutting through teams, and I mean it will. And they had more shots than us today, they had more possession, but we were always in the game. And that's a satisfying aspect.
In terms of the goals, thoughts on their first one? A foul on Izzy Brown or not?
Well, I don't think I'm a biased manager. I think I try to be fair, try to be subjective with things. In my opinion, I've looked at the clips back. It's a foul on Izzy. They take his leg away from him. I think in my opinion, it's a penalty for James Collins. He gets the other side, gets kicked. And in my opinion, Matty Pearson's onside.
You've seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen them all. We're playing Leeds United. The gulf is already big enough, and when you don't get decisions like that going your way and your team is given absolutely everything they've got, it's a difficult one to swallow.
Did you feel in the last sort of 15 or 20 you sat a bit too deep, or is that's that sort of balance you've got to make between going for it and leaving yourself open to the counter and protecting what you've got?
Well, I felt like I had to make a change because Harry and Izzy were struggling physically. I expected to get a bit more of a kick out of Callum and Kaz, if I'm being honest with you. But the defensive shape had worked really, really well for us. I didn't want to go away from that. And at the end of the day, I still feel like we gave them a soft second goal late on, fatigued. I don't think it was anything really that Leeds created. Bamford's movement's good, we should deal with it really, front post. That's the only disappointment really today. Overall we've competed with, I'll repeat myself, the best team in the league.
And it's about taking that into Tuesday and next Saturday and Saturday after?
Absolutely. I said to the boys after the game, I just want the same. If you keep giving me that, we'll win games, we'll get points. It'll be easy for me to be critical and blame, but I'm not that type. It's us together. It's the staff and the boys. You know when players are giving you everything. You know when players are playing for you, and I've got no questions over the lads. And I'd rather use today as a measurement of improvement, because I think 1v1 duels were better, our blocking was better, our stop crosses better, our communication was better, we penetrated were better, set pieces for was better, set pieces against was better. We've done a hell of a lot of work in 13 days. 13 days from the Reading game, and I've seen the benefit. I've got to measure my work and the players' work, and sometimes individual incidents can disguise that, and I'm not going to let it. The boys know we've got to get football results. That's the industry we're all in. But I want the same on Tuesday, no more.
Thank you.
You made the 5 changes from the Reading game. How pleased were you with the response of the players that came in today?
I was delighted, Mike. There's not a performance that I would dig out and say, I was disappointed with, or tactically we were excellent. The understanding was excellent. The game plan worked until, I think, was it the 90th minute we conceded? It worked for 90 minutes. But 90 minutes is not enough. We can all be critical here. But after trying to assess the work and after assess the opponent's outstanding. Some clips I didn't show the boys, I think would have frightened the living daylights out of them. They can really cut you open if you go after them. And Marcelo's a guy I've got huge respect for, and his work worldwide. I've saw his Marseille teams, I've saw his Bilbao teams. So I've played against these league teams, I know what they can do. For us to be in the game in 90 minutes was satisfying, but to not get something when you really, really deserve something, that's what's been difficult to take.
in the dressing room, is there a real sense of disappointment just because of the late timing of the goal as well, and the fact you did deserve to get something?
Yeah, but you know, like, it's easy to come in and go, well, it's your fault, you should have stopped the cross and you should have went with Bamford, and this, my staff and my players are together. Mike were together, and the only challenge is, I want the same, can you do it for another 3 minutes? Because the concentration levels were there previously. I think they had one clear-cut chance first half where James makes a double save. So I've got a straight choice. I can look at the negatives and blame people, or I can look at the positives and take them forward, and that's what I'm choosing to do.
From James's performance, we made some fantastic saves, didn't he?
He did, yeah. James Shea he's never let anybody down. He's a very, very competent goalkeeper. Just delighted with him, but you want to take at least a point. It's a minimum we deserved, and football's cruel. It doesn't. There's no romance in football. Mike, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. We've got to do something about it, and I'm sure we will.
Another assist for Izzy with a great cross, and how good would that be for James to get back up and running again after being a few games without a goal?
It was the Blackburn goal again, wasn't it? That profile. I was delighted for James. He's got frustrated and struggled a little bit, but you know, I keep repeating myself, Izzy's quality is outstanding. It's your top players play for 1 minute in the game, one moment that changes it. That's him half a yard, puts it right on a sixpence for James Collins to finish. So we'll look better that Izzy was back. We'll look better with the changes, but I want the same level, Mike. That's all I'll accept on Tuesday, and that's where the work is.
How frustrating is it that Matty's goal was disallowed? Because if it's onside and it goes in, that changes the complexion of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's no VAR to confirm it. It's purely subjective. There's a guy standing just a 6-yard box just inside, and Matty's on the line. So for me, I can't draw a line across it, but for me, he's on the side. Now, I think that's why it's been disallowed. Maybe John saw a foul in there that we're not talking about. If we're talking about being onside, my subjective opinion is that it was onside.
And with the last kick, Dan Potts could have really...
We deserve that. Where's the football gods when you name Dan's the cleanest header of the ball at the club, and you think this is the least we deserve here. But Mike, nobody's going to help me. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We've got to help ourselves. And we'll get better results if we can repeat that, what we did today.
And Martin Craney, did he miss with an injury today?
Yeah, obviously I had to keep that from you, because you lose flexibility when Martin, he picked up an injury last Thursday in training. He'll have a chance for Tuesday, definitely be available for Saturday. But obviously if I mention that, there's no flexibility with back threes and diamonds, and so hopefully he'll be fit for Tuesday.
Sonny Bradley obviously came back today, and the defence until that 90th minute were fantastic. Great rear guard. Is that the sort of performance that you needed to come back after what happened to Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I respect Sonny Bradley, James, massively. In fact, I love the boy, but sometimes you have to make managerial decisions in the best interests of your players. I did that. We suffered at Reading because of it, but we got a level today from Sonny that I was absolutely delighted with. Sonny Bradley cares about this club. He wants to do well. He's conscientious, and if we're measuring today, it was the right decision against Reading, because I've seen a revitalised, refreshed Sonny Bradley.
With the late goal, especially the worst times to probably lose a game, is it harder to lift the boys after that, or do you look at the whole passage of play before that and say that's what you need to do for the next weekend?
I think James, I would be a muppet if I isolated 20 seconds or 10 seconds of a 94-minute game. I think I'd be an absolute muppet. The boys are giving me everything. I love the boys to bits. We need to be 3 minutes stronger, and we get what we deserve from the game, minimum. So you'll never get that from me with the lads. We just need to repeat it on Tuesday night, and I think if we repeat that level against Charlton, it'll be enough for a result, and that's where we are.
And with the disallowed goal, is that something that you'd speak to the official about? Is there any value in that?
No, I spoke to him about the penalty at half time, but it's after the horse is bolted, isn't it? And I've said before, what I don't want is little Luton because we're playing Leeds, that them decisions, I felt the bitty decisions went against us today. Never mind the big ones. John Brooks is an outstanding referee, but I feel a little bit disappointed with how things went. It's nothing to do with the referee. You have to make your own luck. I'm certainly not blaming anybody here, but them things against a big team like Leeds can make the difference.